greatest of all time.
Very good touch. Talby. He fancies this. Oh, boy, does he fancy it! It's a screamer from Shamsteen Talby. Oh, but Talby's lost it. The goal scorer, Jones. Wirtz! Finally, it's happened for Florian Wirtz, and Anfield finds its voice for the young German.
Not the victory that Liverpool wanted, or indeed their fans might have expected, but how they needed that equalising goal, which came thanks to the combination of Curtis Jones and Florian Wirtz, both of whom are with Juliet Farrington.
Curtis, Flo, I think it's one of those nights again when luck isn't on your side. I'm looking at you, Curtis, because you thought you had the assist.
No, it's more for Flo's goal.
And Flo, it was an own goal.
Yeah, it doesn't matter today. We draw. We wanted to win, so yeah, that's all what counts today. So yeah, unlucky.
Unlucky. What do you make of the performance? Because you were calling for more aggression after the defeat to PSV, and Flo, you showed that aggression with the goal that ultimately was an own goal. But was it a better performance, do you feel?
I think so, yeah. And I feel that has been the main point of the whole team and the staff as well that we've spoke about as one. Obviously, you know, we've got the guys in the team that can play, that can score, that can assist. But we've just asked for more aggressiveness, and I think we showed that there, and as you said there with Flo, a guy who, you know, he wants the ball a lot, but of how much that he ran, and yeah, he tackled and stuff. Yeah, just a shame that his goal's down is an own goal.
It was better second half though, wasn't it? It was slow in the first half.
Yeah, but at times it has to be slow. Yeah, we're playing against a team who sat back a bit. We thought that they was going to press more, but yeah, the more that we pass around, it drags them out and then it makes gaps. And yeah, that's the likes of myself, Flo, and Domino. Them is you know, if we can get the ball in there, then yeah, we can score or assist, and as you showed there at the end. Who's shooting more and gaps are all there, but yeah, as I said, it's one of them nights again, yeah, where it's just the last, I don't know, small bit.
And Flo, as a player coming into this team, when Curtis say it's just, you know, just the small things that are causing probably the biggest problems, how would you assess the season so far for you at Liverpool?
Yeah, first of all, I was very welcomed by the team. One of the main reasons, also Curtis, but yeah, it's a very good team, and I'm very happy to be here. Of course, it was now the last weeks were a bit difficult for us as a team, but we are on a good way to come back, and yeah, we are doing everything to come back and win games, and
that's just it, isn't it? The win at the weekend, and then the point tonight. So it's still unbeaten. You've got this mini run that you're on.
Yeah, of course, we wanted to win today. We want to be on the top of the table, and yeah, we just have to continue, keep the hard work, and yeah, continue like this, and then hopefully things will change.
Well, thanks for your time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're not quite out of the woods yet, are they, Liverpool? And it might have been a lot worse tonight had Chiesa not managed to keep the Isidore effort out of the net in the dying moments. We were all amazed watching it to look up and see Isidore suddenly one-on-one when Sunderland were under so much pressure in that moment. How did it happen?
Well, Liverpool was chasing the game. You can see Chiesa is the last man there. And Isidore's really bright, Daniel, when he gets himself now in a one-on-one situation. Roos is a great kick.
Amazing kick, and you're thinking to yourself, you've snuck away, and you got your big opportunities, goes round the goalkeeper, but you know what? Credit to Chiesa for getting back. But if you see him here, he's thinking to himself, keeper, can you do it for me? Can you do it for me? He plays it, it's a perfect ball. He's got all the time in the world.
What did he get wrong, anything?
And you know, I would have took that earlier based on if Ali gave him an angle. He gave him an angle to shoot earlier on, but he decides to go around him, which typically speaking, it's a safer finish if you have the ability to go around the goalkeeper. He's done everything right. Didn't anticipate Chiesa would be behind him doing that. but he executed everything perfectly. Could have took it earlier if he wanted to. He didn't. Executed that, but Chiesa's, tenacity and his will to ensure that the team doesn't concede a goal was beautiful things to see, considering he's an attacker as well.
So it could have been a lot worse for Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think they could have had any complaints either. They had spells, 20 minutes, they chased the game, and then the enthusiasm of the Kop got the crowd going, and then you thought, okay, something might happen here. You know, can they get that winner that we always expect that like what we call a big side can do? They can just produce a moment like what Phil Foden did the weekend. But what you see with Liverpool at the moment, they haven't got that confidence that what, say, Manchester City have got at the moment. Everything is hard work. You're second guessing yourself. You're making elementary mistakes. The game looks really hard, and it's quite crazy to think and to see, because when you looked at Liverpool last season when they were at their best, everything seems so simple. And we're talking about world-class players, but it actually just shows you sometimes they have the same fragility as everybody else. They're just human beings. And when your confidence goes, and when you don't believe in yourself like Liverpool are at the moment, you can make vital mistakes. And that's where the goal comes from by Talby, because Virgil van Dijk last year couldn't make a mistake. Every game he was imperious. But right now, he's making these mistakes. He's second-guessing himself. And it was obviously credit to what Sunderland did, but it's a direct ball. They lose this first contact. How often do we see that? Then Talby wins that one, and then Virgil just panics. He tries to play that ball into McAllister, then Talby gets it. Virgil backs off, gives him too much respect, turns his back on it, which I don't like to see a centre-back do. But these are just the mistakes that are creeping into Liverpool's game all the time, Daniel.
Yeah, it's disappointing to see. Of course, they'll know we're better than that. It's one long ball. It's old school stuff. It's get it forward, win a flick on, and then pick up the pieces, and that's exactly what they've done. The execution, of course, Virgil knows he could do better than that. Virgil won't be happy with that going home. He knows he can do better than that. But in the end, it's thoroughly deserved. Sunderland worked tirelessly.
Didn't feel a great surprise when the goal came either, did it?
No, not really at all, no. Because it was an even football match. The first half performance from Sunderland was magnificent, and then second half, I think Liverpool's structure kind of allowed them to have a little bit more control in the second half. But still, Sunderland were threatening.
He doesn't get credit for the equalising goal, Florian Wirtz, but in terms of the actual goal, but he does get loads of credit for having the ability to wind his way into that position as well.
And he showed, I would say, glimpses today. I've said it before the game. He has real quality, and we are going to see a player, but a little bit like Liverpool at the moment, it's a slow burner. If you looked at Alexander Isak right now, you wouldn't be going, "Oh, yeah, what a player he was last year." You'll be thinking, God, is this the same guy? He's just not playing to the level that he can. And I think with Wirtz, we are seeing it. I mean, he played in a few different positions today, but the goal was obviously all about him and Curtis Jones to a certain extent, because he did so well. One thing I will say is that Alderete was magnificent today, the left side centre-back. Even here, he keeps it alive. He gets a ball somehow, squeezes it to his mate. Talby just gets a loose, baggy touch. Curtis Jones pounces on it, and then the rest is all about this man. Little bit of skill, he jinks, and then he gets obviously a large slice of luck, doesn't he, off Mukiele?
He does, yes, but the thing for me is, we talk about the touch here, poor touch. Curtis Jones, a little fake he does here, gives him the space, but it's that touch for me. The first touch is the touch that gives him enough space. He executed that touch perfectly, and then he sort of slides it across. But as we see it develop anyway, we're talking about a guy who will deliver goals and assists consistently.
This is the feat you're talking
but that's
about
the one right there, yep.
And a little chop there.
Again, it's not his goal, Daniel, but will that give him the confidence that he needs?
I don't think it will give him the confidence he needs. I think he has belief in himself, and I think he knows he's a top player. It's a case of him slowly but surely coming into his own. I think, as we've seen over the last couple of weeks, we know there's a player there. They wouldn't have spent that kind of money to bring him to the football club. I played with a player who had a similar style to his in Coutinho, in somebody who you could give him the ball in any area on the football pitch, and you could trust him to get on it, drop a shoulder, move left, move right. And when I actually look at Liverpool now, the manager has an issue, because I think the players he has for the system he has, it's quite a strange problem in a sense. I look at the team we had in 13-14. I think myself, we had Suarez, we had Sterling, we had Coutinho, and I look at this team and I think, are they better off playing a different system when Mo's away at AFCON? Because Ekitike and Isak, with maybe a Wirtz behind, with the three in midfield that we're so used to seeing in Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and McAllister, that could be the solution. Right now, we're looking at a team who's trying to put square pegs in round holes, putting players in different positions that aren't their positions. Right now, that's the only system. If you're not going to play Mohamed Salah, it's the one system that actually does work with the players they have. The fullbacks, they've signed Frimpong, they've got Bradley coming back fit, 2 players who can bomb on. Your left side, you've got Kirkes who can bomb on, you've got Robertson who can bomb on, and the defence is what it is. But in the end, if I'm looking at the team, the manager typically plays 4-3-3, but today he played 4-4-2. So if you're going to change it and be bold and go, we're going to change formation, for me, I would have liked to see Ekitike and Isak play up front in the 2.